Checkers, Wreckers, and more. Coming to you live.
Now your host, Paul and Chad.
What's up, Facebook land?
Going on. Man, look at you. What you drinking?
Oh, got to be the Schmallow. It's a Monday night tradition, man. Had to buy a new bottle today.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That must be the good stuff.
Oh, you know it.
So, what's going on? How was your weekend?
Exhausting, but it's good. It's good. We're surviving. We got smiles on our faces, so not bad at all. How about you?
It was great, man.
Yeah.
Friday night, we'll talk about that later. Friday night was a great night.
Yeah.
A long night. Saturday, I had the honor of marrying or officiating my brother-in-law's wedding. So congrats to Bubba and Kelly. They got married Saturday, and I was part of it, and it was an honor. So
long time supporters of both yours and I's racing careers, as well as the whole PJP clan. So, mad congrats to Bubba and Kelly.
That's one stroke out for you.
Yeah, that was. Maybe I'm not doing okay.
Yeah, no, Bubba's been there pretty much from the beginning for me, and he stepped in and helped you when needed as well. So,
for sure.
Huge props to him, but just a huge congratulations to them. So,
yeah.
So hey, we've got a few viewers. Let's just jump right into this.
Agreed.
So, the last little part of the giveaway is I need everyone to pick a number. And we'll go 1 through 100. That is going to be your number. So you pick a number. Nobody else. Only one person gets that number. So if, let's say, 2 people pick it, whoever picked it first gets it.
Are they just going to comment the number?
Yep. Comment your number.
Denise with 51.
Comment your number, and then once we get going, at the end of the show or middle of the show, whenever, we're going to draw this. And we've got our numbers picked. We've already picked the numbers, so you just go through while we're going through this and just pick a number. And we'll go from there.
Question. Are we just going with closest, if somebody doesn't pick the actual number, the closest person?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
If somebody didn't pick it, we're going to go, well, I have two numbers. So we'll go with the second. Yes. So if they don't pick the first one, they don't pick the second one. It's whoever's closest to the original number. So go ahead and go through, pick your numbers. I will read them later, but we're going to go ahead with the show. So what are you laughing about? What did I do?
I'm just reading how predictable some people are with the numbers they pick. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, I know. I'm laughing at this. It's shocking, but yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's just start right away. Let's talk about this weekend's racing.
All right. First up, we're going to talk about Kalamazoo Speedway, our home track. Great night of racing, kind of wild night of racing across the board. In the Z-Stock B main, Tim Sigourney Weaver again took home the checkered. I think that's 4 or 5 back-to-backs, and I think that's 4 or 5 on the season. So, guys on a hell of a run. Keep it up. I'm going to skip the stroke number 2. Skip the Z-Stock A main just for a second. And move on to the Outlaw front-wheel drives. Matt Elsey Jr. continuing domination. That's probably win number 406 on the year. The kid's dominating whatever he does. So, cars fast, kids fast. It's good to watch him race. Good, clean race in that one. Matt Frazier pulling double duty on Friday in the template late models and the Outlaws. Took home the checkers in the template after a hard charging. I think it was Luke Crick. Billy Shannon was up there, so good battle for the top 3, but Frazier ultimately taking the checkered. And then Outlaw Superlates battling for the championship. Rick Seneker held off a very hard charge from my man Doug True. And I'll tell you what, I know we've talked a lot about respect on the racetrack previous episodes. Doug showed a lot of respect and a lot of restraint. Not many guys would have not moved him or nudged him a couple times. So mad respect to both Rick and Doug. Rick doing what he had to do. He's running for a championship, and Doug kind of realizing that and racing clean. So it was good to see that. Matt Frazier had a hell of a wreck with his teammate Mark Shook. Adam Terry was involved, one of our guests from earlier weeks. Everybody was okay. A lot of destroyed equipment, but it's kind of one of those racing deals. But big man on the night, Z-Stock A main winner, first first feature win ever. Our man Jimmy Hammond brought it home. Guy had a hell of a night. I think he qualified 6th or 7th, right up there, top of the field, and then won the heat race in dominating fashion and won the damn feature. So, dude, we are so proud of you. I know we had a great night Friday after the races. I feel this is the first of many coming your way. Keep it up, bud. It was a damn good night around in Kalamazoo.
I agree 100%. That was my Friday, man. I wanted to talk about that so bad, but yeah, Jimmy, congrats, man. I'm glad to see that car hit victory lane again. Definitely proud of you. So I'm going to jump in. I don't got the cheers. I'm out, but we'll fake it. We'll go right to Berlin. So I heard there was some issues at Berlin. Ooh. We won't get into it. I mean, if you want to talk about it, you can. Tim DeVos. We'll leave it there.
I don't have a horse in this race, so I'm not raising.
Neither do I. I didn't see it. I don't know much about it, but so Super Late Mouse feature number 1, Kyle Crump took it. Then feature number 2, Evan Shotko. The guy is. We talked about this the last 2 weeks.
Domination.
The guy is dominating over there. Then the limiteds ran. Tim DeVos with your feature win number 1. I don't know if there was issues in that race or the second one, but supposedly he has no issue moving people. But anyway, oh, here we go. Yep. So I'm gonna put this on the screen while I'm talking the rest of them. We'll let everyone else read that. Feature number 2, Tyler Radzinga. I think I got that, but he hit number 2. Then the VROAs were racing as well, and Todd Cohen took that win. Galesburg was rained out, but they did have a champion because of, I guess, the points. It's mathematically nobody can reach him. Template champion Chris Garrett. So congrats to him on locking up the 2022 championship over there. And then street stock champion Adam Van Avery took the championship over there. And then Springport was rained out as well. So
moving on over to Spartan Speedway, aka Corgan Oil. Brian Nestor won the modified feature. No, that's a pretty tight points battle, I believe, over there, leading into one, maybe two. No, just one more night, I believe. So that's going to be exciting. Pro late models finished up. Tyler Hufford won the race and won the championship in one of the craziest races I think I've heard of and got to kind of witness things on Facebook. Him and John Trudell came in neck and neck. Basically, we're going in Friday in the Outlaws. Whoever finishes the best is going to win the damn thing. There was a wreck or something happened, a red flag. Under the red flag, John Trudell blew a radiator hose and had to pull off. Crew got it fixed, and he got back out there. Just didn't make it back up in time, so Tyler took home the hardware. So congrats to both those guys. Real class act by John Trudell. He was right up there in victory lane congratulating Tyler. So that's super awesome. Good group of people.
Before you go any further, they did the pill draw, right?
Yeah.
Tyler and John drew 1 and 2.
Yep.
What's the chances of that happening?
Like 23%, I think.
I'm glad your math is there. My math is not there. So, no, that's impressive that 1 and 2 in points start 1 and 2 in the feature.
Yeah, for sure. I should have fact checked this. Did Brian Nestor also run a street stock? No shit.
That's what it said.
Yeah. So congrats, Brian Nestor, getting two victories Friday night at Corgan Oil. That's cool. And then Tim Lahar won the championship. I know that was a pretty tight battle. So good job, both of those guys bringing it home. And then Outlaw front wheel drives, Gordon A is what we'll say. I can't pronounce that. Took home that one with Randy Kritzinger Jr. bringing home the pony front wheel drive. That's a familiar name. I remember when I raced the Spartan, that name on there too. So nice job to everybody up there. And good to see Corgan Oil still going strong this year.
Yeah, real quick before we go on, if you're just joining us, the final little rule to the giveaway is to pick your number 1 through 100. Make sure nobody else has picked it. If they haven't, go ahead and pick it. And at the end of the show or somewhere in there, we're going to pick the winner. So just so if anyone's joined.
Yeah.
So real quick, I kind of got not necessarily a final thought, but I've got to talk about something that I seen on Friday that's bugging the crap out of me. Look, if you're going to bring your kids in the pits, I'm all for it. I bring my kids as well. Don't let them run down the middle of the pit lane. 4 times I counted this little kid ran from the top pits all the way down. Now, we're qualifying, we're heat races, there's features going on. If someone has a tire blowout, you know they're not going slow through there. Now, granted, we're supposed to, but I would hate to see some kid get smacked because we're trying to get a tire change and we didn't listen to our own rules. The biggest part is just follow the rules and keep your kids in line. That's putting it PG because I was quite PO'd about it, and I know, Paul, you've got your theory on it as well.
I'm just going to back you up. There was almost near disaster. I think it was during the heat races. Somebody came in after some contact on the track. And I know a lot of people have never sat in a race car, but you can't see anything if it's down low in front of the car. And that was what was happening. A late model came in. You sit on the ground in a late model, and this kid was just running down the middle of the pit area. And luckily, Chad started screaming, and I think helped divert disaster. So, yeah, what Chad said.
Yeah, the kid had to be 3-4 years old. Like, yep. I'm all for kids being in the pits because the kid's the future of the sport. Get your kids there, but just keep them out of the pit lane. Like, keep them by your side, carry them, do something. Just don't let them out there because that's going to kill a track if a kid gets hit and dies. Kalamazoo had this on the night destruction where 2 kids got hit on the road. That's a huge hit to a track, let alone racers or fans. Let's not have that happen while a race is going on either.
For sure.
My other thing I got to throw out there is us racers, we need to get a better look for ourselves, and it starts with in your pit stall. Clean up your damn trash. Like, I've watched now all season, and this isn't just one or two, this is multiple pit stalls, and I get people out having fun and all that. But they leave, and there's trash scattered everywhere. These tracks are already busting their ass enough to get this race going every Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever night they race. Take a little bit off them and just basic housekeeping, just clean up after yourself, because at what point are they going to say, well, okay, now there's going to be a cleaning fee on your pit stall. So instead of paying $50 or $100, oh, you're going to pay $200 because you're going to pay us to clean up your shit.
Yep.
I don't want to pay more. I know Paul doesn't want to pay more. So do your part. Do better.
Do better. I like that.
So we're ahead of time here.
All right, that's cool. I want to make a quick shout out if I can.
Go ahead.
Top Row Racing Videos. They just threw
Yes.
a comment on the page. What an awesome group. They, honest to God, I don't know if any of you guys watch NASCAR. They could take some pointers on how to film racing from Top Row Racing Videos. The shots they got Friday at Kalamazoo Speedway, somehow they were always on the action, everything that was going on. Go give their page a like, share their videos, help grow them. Great group of people, really fun to hang out with. They hung out with us for quite a while, beginning of the night, and then after the night as we were taking some victory lane photos and being all sorts of crazy. So, yeah, thank you for everything you guys do. And yeah, like Alicia said, Chad, that was a perfect "don't be an asshole" moment.
That's you, man. That's all you.
Yeah. Do more gooder.
Do more gooder. All right. Well, I mean, I think we're ready to go on.
All right, let me get my notes.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're just moving on to Chad, right? We're going to interview Chad here.
Yeah, let's just
All right.
interview me. Let's get out of the way. So I apologize, folks, for whatever comes out of Paul's mouth.
So here we are. We're going to interview number 32 himself, Chad Vandenberg. He's that sexy face you see on the other side of that screen there. First off, I got these in kind of order of how I want it to go. Tell me about yourself, Chad. Let these people get to know the Chad I already know.
You want the PG version or?
Hell no, rated R.
No, I'm kidding. Well, I guess I'll just go full deep like my my Tinder bio here. Well, I'm 36. Just kidding. No, I've got a wonderful wife who supports everything I do, and you can contest to this that if it wasn't for our wives, or
she puts up with a lot from both of us.
She does, and Alicia is amazing. I have, going to throw a lot of people off. I have 3 children of my own, and I have a stepson as well. Yeah. Other than that, that's about it.
Yeah.
Not much to me. I'm an open book.
We'll find out how open you are here as these questions keep rolling.
Great.
If you guys watching have never seen Chad's family in the pits, they are awesome. His kids are adorable, and if you know me, you know I hate children. So the fact those words are coming out of my mouth, they're pretty awesome. Got a great picture of Brantley passed out in the wee hours of, I believe we were on Saturday morning at that point. Just really awesome. Always willing to hang out at the race shop, which they did a lot last week, helping get me back on the track. So props for raising a great family, dude. And Alicia, too. Nice job, guys.
Thank you.
So what got you started in racing? What gave you the itch to do this?
So kind of 2 things. The first one is I grew up every Saturday night at Berlin Raceway. And I'm talking Joe Bush, like the prime Joe Bush, Butch Miller in the ASA. I'm talking Tim DeVos when, Vern Sauer or Vern Slaw, I can't even remember his name. Just growing up watching them, and I'm talking when we go there at like noon and we tailgate, and then we go watch qualifying, and then we watch races. That was my Saturday tradition. Every Saturday in the summer, that's what we did, and I always wanted to race. Then it brings me back about 2018. I still have never stepped foot into a race car. I met this guy. He's kind of a dick. That's what I thought in the beginning.
True
And
story.
he told me that he raced outlaw, late models, and I'm like, well, that's freaking cool. He invited me down. I crewed for him. We're not even going to talk about what happened that day when I crewed, but he got the itch a little bit more, and he opened up his barn for me to store it, and he took me to get my first race car, and that's what got me into it, is a mixture between family and Paul.
Appreciate that, buddy. It's there's been a lot of laughs, a lot of good times, a lot of late nights with some good stories. If you ever see Chad, make sure you ask him about the moon, and just let him tell you that story. So we won't go down that road, not yet in the night at least.
We would need like 4 hours to do this. Like,
so what made you choose number 32? Why is that number special to you?
It's not special to me at all. So when I got the race car, I'm like, man, now I got to think of a number. And I always liked number 3, but in respect to Ben Raver, because once I started racing, that was when he passed away. I couldn't take the number 3. And I think you and I talked about this as well. I'm like, I like the number 3, but I can't do it. I actually asked my wife, and she's like, I want you to pick number 32 because her favorite baseball player was Fulmer for the Tigers at the time, and that's the number we went with.
Well, that's fair. I forgot about that part of that story, so it's nice. We're going back down memory lane a little bit. So we got that out of the way. Why black and green? Why the black and green winning machine?
So I like black, not just because of Dale Earnhardt. I like black. I like the green mixture, and let's be real, Gravedigger's the shit, man.
Yep. Love it. Love it. What's this is a 2-part question. Favorite racetrack, local, short track, and then professional. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I've all love goes to Kalamazoo. I mean, that's the only place I've raced. They've always got good races. Now I like Springport, but Kalamazoo is probably going to be the number 1 local short track. Big track. I gotta go Daytona, man. That was, whew. Most don't know that we popped my cherry this past February, and we went to
in more ways than
Speed
one.
Weeks. Whoa. We went to Speed Weeks basically, and I'm telling you, that track, that's a whole different feeling when you got the rumble in your chest when they're going by 200 miles an hour. That was Daytona's got top list for professional there.
Nice. Well, you kind of touched on this when we asked you to talk about getting into racing, but who did you idolize? Who's your favorite race car driver? Both local and pro. Growing up, going to Berlin, kind of touched on that. Who else is out there that you always kind of looked up to?
So local, it was always. We're gonna skip local for right now because it's a hard one. It's Seneca. I always liked Bob Seneca. It's an '84 lane car, man. That was the car. That's the car I always wanted to watch. If we go, local, not necessarily ASA, family friend of ours, Bill Thayer, he raced over in Berlin. Unfortunately, he had a bad wreck that ended his career. He's still around. It's just a bad wreck that he just couldn't. He chose life instead of that line. Professional, it went anywhere between Dale Earnhardt, Ernie Irvin, Davey Allison, Alan Kowicki, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and that's pretty much about it.
No Johnny Benson?
Yeah. I do like Johnny Benson. I was getting there. That's why I said it's a toss-up, because watching the battles in the ASA when it was always Mike Eddy, Johnny Benson, Butch Miller, Bob Seneca, that was racing, man, and that was crazy. But yes, Johnny Benson, that one that goes up above a lot of people, just because I watched him run the Super Outlaws at Berlin. I watched him run basically everything you can think of at Berlin. So we'll go Johnny Benson and then Bob Seneca.
Okay, that's fair. So on race days, I've gotten to see a lot of sides of you, a lot of things that get us through the day. What's a pre-race ritual that you have that you got to do every time you step foot in that race car?
Are you talking like when I get in the car, or
No,
like getting to
race
the track
day.
when I
Like
get?
you wake up in the morning and hey, I get to go drive around in circles. What's on your mind?
A lot's on my mind. For one, not dying.
Well,
No,
way to take it there, buddy.
I always there's music. I gotta listen to music. I need loud music on the way to the track. I try to take a nap before a race. Like I know this is weird. Like it's nice having refresh before a race, but I always got to wear certain boxers. We won't. I wasn't gonna go there, but we will.
I'm proud that
Paul
you did.
Paul asked me once about wearing boxers, and I'm like, well, yeah. There's my favorite saying here. I got to wear boxers just in case I get in an accident. And they got to cut me pants off.
I'm impressed you brought that story up. That's awesome. Save me.
I wasn't going to, but I figured you were going to hit on this anyways.
No,
Especially there's cool. Yes, Denise, they are clean. I make sure they're clean. But no, I mean, in a car, I always say a prayer. I always talk to my dad. Just ask him to ride shotgun with me. And just ask for a clean race. And, if there's in their powers, give me a win.
Yep. That's awesome. So kind of on that same line, any superstitions you have, things you got to do, like walk around the trailer once on one leg before the race, something. There's a lot of weird stuff out there that us drivers do. What do you do?
Honestly, nothing that I can think of. Just make sure I'm listening to rock music on the way. I gotta have something to pump me up.
Well, that's fair. We'll work on that. Work on that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something I do that I just don't realize I do.
That's fair. So, what's your favorite race memory? Whether it be attendance, something that happened to you on the track. What stands out as like one of the best times you've had?
COVID Crusher 2021. I won my first race, man. It was a heat race. Started on the pole, and I didn't let anyone buy me.
Heck yeah.
So that was probably the best memory I've had.
That's great. That was a great night.
That was a fun night.
Yeah. So this actually comes from one of the ladies I work with. This is a question she wanted me to ask. I hope Sarah's watching because this one's for you. What's it like being on the bottom? She means in the stacker car, bud.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say I like bottom. I feel like I have more control on the bottom, and I am talking about the stacker car at this point. No, it's crazy down there because you have no control. So I joke about having control, but there is no control. I mean, I can hit the brakes, but then I got Paul yelling at me to hit the freaking gas. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. There's nothing to hang on to. I grab my belt and I usually grab the window net, and that is how I ride for however many laps we're going on.
Nice.
But it's fun.
Yeah, and just to segue a little bit, you can see Chad on the bottom in the stacker car. September 17th back at Kalamazoo Speedway for their Night of Destruction. We're going for win number 2 in that thing. So
yeah, but we're celebrating like we win no matter what. So
that's the PJP way. we don't know what else to do. And also, side note, Tim Gale, we never put stickers on race day. I love that. I think this last Friday was the first time I've ever done that in my career. But it looked way better than hand-drawn numbers on the cars. So, man, props to Matt LC again. Quality race graphics for that one. So, back to Chad. I'm going to skip around a little bit because I like this one. I don't know why this question is, I think, going to be great. Your biggest annoyance on the racetrack?
You really had to do that?
Yeah.
All right, this might rub people the wrong way, but if you are in a front-wheel drive car and you hit the damn thing off the rev limiter when you're just sitting there, you don't have to freaking do that.
Chad's been triggered.
Thanks. I tell you, this is probably going to rub people the wrong way, but that's the worst thing when you're trying to talk about, like last week, we were trying to figure out what was going on with your car. And there was like 5 cars down. Someone was ding, 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 ding.
Sound effects are on point, buddy.
I don't think it's necessary, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't don't see a reason why you have to sit there and do that for 5 minutes straight.
Agreed. What about on the track? That was in the pits, but we'll go back to on the track.
When I'm racing or when I'm a fan?
Both.
Okay. As a fan, the biggest annoyance is when you have a lap car and they just won't get out of the way. Multiple times we've seen it where they're all over the track. Pick a line, hold your line. The receiver, they're going to tell you over the receiver, hey, you got leaders coming, hold your line. Why can't you listen?
What's a receiver?
Yeah, true. I mean, on the track, the biggest thing is probably, I mean, my experience, because I really don't have crap for experience with my straight stock, but when I was in the front wheel drive, is you've got guys that are going high, going to the third lane, and they shoot down the first lane going into a corner. You're not a late model. You don't have to run the high side and then shoot down like that. You don't even have to run like that even in the late model. Hold your line.
All right. Very candid. I appreciate that. Traction control or no traction control? What thoughts?
I know. There's limits. Everyone cheats. I've learned that everyone cheats. But there's a certain point of cheating where you just don't do it. And I think traction control is one of them. If you need traction control to win a race, I'm going to keep my comment to myself with that one, but I don't think it's necessary.
That's fair. That's fair. I appreciate that answer. So I asked Adam Terry this question back when we had him on. I thought it was pretty cool. His answer: if you had unlimited funds, unlimited time, unlimited everything, what would you race and why?
You know, I would want to. Obviously, I want to move up in classes, but obviously, I don't think a super outlaw late model, whatever, is going to fit my fat butt in there. But I wouldn't mind racing one of those down the road. And I know we've talked about this before. But if I had unlimited money, unlimited time, and all that, honestly, put me in an ARCA car.
Man, did you see this? If we're going to talk about ARCA, did you see that wreck from ARCA yesterday? I won't even go down that rabbit hole.
If we have time, I actually want to talk about that. I thought about that halfway here. That was insane. But yeah, we'll go.
At least they're okay. We'll go with that.
Yes.
Yeah. So another question that comes from work that Sarah wants to know. She had some good ones. She wants to know the craziest adventure that you and I have been on together. And I laughed right away at this.
You do not want to know our adventures. Every adventure we take together is crazy, and it always, there's always tears because we're laughing so dang hard. Prime example, we're going to talk about when we went to Spartan, when we know we've seen a ghost. I know there was a ghost. But honestly, the craziest adventure, it's going to toss up between Daytona and every year we go to Monster Jam.
Yep, that's good. I'd love to tell some Daytona stories, but I think those are probably left for
that's maybe an off-season topic.
Yeah, we'll have a date. Yeah, maybe leading up to Daytona, we can have a pre-Daytona trip party. And actually, we'll be in Daytona one of the Mondays we're down there. So
shoot.
We can go live from some of our favorite establishments. It'll be great.
No, I'm out. Real quick before you go on, if we have anyone else watching that has not picked a number yet, make sure you pick a number 1 through 100. That's going to get you entered. We've already pre-picked our number, so once that number's picked, we'll let everyone know. You can only pick once, and make sure nobody else has picked the number.
Nice. 2023 racing plans. What you got in store? Or I already know this one. Oh boy. I had to read that comment.
I read it too.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, what do you got planned for the rest of this year and into 2023? What you going to be doing?
So Street Stock is fixed. It is running. It's Air 5. Shout out to Jimmy Hammond over at 131 Auto Care. He busted his butt to get this done.
We can say ass. No
I
FCC
know, but I'm trying to.
regulations.
I know, but there's still kids that watch, so we're trying to just Anywho, yes, Brad, you are right there.
Red
But my
Burger.
plan is September 10 at the Super Shoe Tune-Up. I'm gonna go out there. My attempt to go out there and just try to learn the car a little bit more and work with traffic and see what I can do with it.
You heard it here
Then
first. Not to interrupt. Chad's going to try to break Andy Bozel's world record September 10th at Kalamazoo Speedway.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go with that. 2023, I'm gonna go out there and race the street stock. I was at the point where I was ready to quit. But I have a lot of support system that won't let me quit. So 2023, I will be back out in the street stock. I've got sponsors that deserve the recognition out there that I couldn't give them this year. So,
well, since you mentioned them, that was going to be one of my closing ones, but we'll skip ahead. Who are your sponsors? Who supports Chad Vandenberg in that number 32 machine?
So the first one, Pig's Head Barbecue out of Gobles. Man, they have been with me since the beginning, and they've got some amazing food. So shout out to them. They've always been in the beginning. And then PJP, you've been a mentor, but you've been a mentor since the beginning. So shout out to you as well. 131 Auto Care, they jumped on board last year, I believe. And Jimmy and Sean, all those guys out there are amazing. They treat your car like they're going to treat their own. So go see them down Schoolcraft. And then I just got a new one this year. I just drew a freaking blank.
Chester's?
Thank you. Chester's wowed me. Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, if anyone hunts, go see them, do all their processing. With all the new rules with the deer hunting, they're actually going to help everyone out with that. And they got some damn good jerky, damn good burgers. They have a stuffed burger. They've got brats. You just got to go see them. They're out in Parchment. They are amazing. He's a great guy over there. So yeah, sorry, I drew a blank. I feel like Jimmy now when he won the race. Like,
It's tough. It's everyone.
It is tough.
Bobby, and look, everyone does it. So
what do I do with my hands though?
So I hold a pen, something to hold.
Oh,
Learn that one at a young age.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty sure that's all my sponsors. Yeah.
Nice. Hopefully you didn't forget one.
I probably did. Honestly. No, I don't think I did. I'm good.
So we're going to dive into a little bit deeper question.
Oh, great.
One rule change, no matter what it is, whether it's your class in the street stocks or across the board, you would like to see implemented?
Honestly, if we're going to do it, every track needs to run the same tires. I've seen too many guys not run other tracks because they use these tires at this place and they use these tires at this other place, and they just can't afford multiple tires. So that's going to be my biggest one. Make sure the tires are the same. Talk to each other. Get that in plan. Get in place. That's good, Tim. That's good.
Tim's got tons of advice tonight.
Yes, he's good. He's on it. That's probably my biggest one. Other than that, I mean, if we're gonna tech cars, let's actually tech them. I said that for you. So it's a long time running joke that PJP cars always fail tech, and this year's been good for you guys. Last year was not good for us. But,
I mean, we got laughed at the first year or the first day out this year, but after that, we've closed the gap a little bit. So
yep.
That's a story. That's a story for the off season.
Definitely.
All right, getting down to the nitty gritty here. I'm going to throw you on the spot. Your pick for the Outlaw Championship this Friday. Who are you taking?
Dude, you can't do that to me.
Oh, I totally am. Who are you taking? I know who I'm taking.
All right. If this is hard because we've talked about this numerous times. I like Todd Harrington. I like Seneca. I like everyone who runs but I don't know what's going on with Harrington's car, but it seems like the long races he pulls in. Something happens. I don't know if he's overheating or if he's just I don't know. Seneca's had some crap luck on championship nights. And who's third? Is it? It's Zach Cook. He's had his issues too this year, and then you're sitting there in fourth. If you had the 51, the original 51, I could see some crap happening, and you somehow slide into a championship. But unfortunately, I don't think the 51 is going to be out there.
Nope.
And I don't think that. I honestly think Harrington's going to pull this out. The reason I say that, I'm going to back myself up here, is because it seemed like last week he ran a heck of a race. I don't think he pulled in. His car looked stellar. I think he set the fast time. I think he figured his car out. And what a time to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I'd love to see Zach Cook do it. I like guys that come up through the street stock ranks. That guy's a hell of a wheelman. Honestly, Harrington's a good guy. He's helped us before. Seneca, I always love to see a first-time champion, especially at Kalamazoo Speedway. It'd be cool to see him win. It's going to be a hell of a race either way. So I'm just going to promote the track real quick. If you don't have plans to be there Friday, there's 1 point separating first and second. Any of us top 5 guys can mathematically win it. We need like a 1990 Derek Cope Daytona Dale Earnhardt incident for us to win it, but you can bet your ass we are going to have one of the best times at that track on Friday. So come join us.
Real quick on that, you want my prediction on what's going to happen? Facebook land and YouTube, you've heard it here first.
Facebook land.
I think Harrington and Seneca are racing for the lead. I think they connect and they both get taken out. And I hope it doesn't happen. So don't fucking put me on the sticks here. I think they race hard because it's going to come down to who finishes ahead of each other. I think they're going to race for the lead, and I think they're going to take each other out. Yep. And I think Zach Cook is going to slide into a championship.
That'd be a hell of a story. Hell of a story.
So mark my words. This is what's happening.
Right. You heard it here first. We got proof. All right. Last thing before we wrap it up and move on to the next segment. Chad, it's been fun. I hope your nerves are calmed. I didn't go too crazy on my questions here. If you've never hung out with Chad, you need to. He is one of the most fun times that you can imagine. The guy has a voice of an angel. If you've never heard him sing, man, ask him to sing you a song. You will not be disappointed. And that guy can twerk like no other. So if you see him at Super Shoe, rub his belly. He'll give you a free Miller Lite, and he'll probably twerk for you. So on that, Chad, any closing words?
You're an ass. You know, you missed your last episode. Don't be an asshole. No, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping it calm. I was really nervous you were going to pull some heartstrings on me, but no. I'm glad you didn't because, yeah. And no, I'm not singing now. Thank you.
Yeah. The off season, we'll have a karaoke episode. We'll go live at a bar somewhere.
There we go.
Yeah. So cool.
All right.
There's our interview with Chad Vandenberg, number 32. So with that, Chad's going to take it over and talk about a pretty close points battle over at the Springport Speedway.
Yeah. Dude, if we don't got anything going, yes, thank you. So there's been a thing we're going to digress. We're going back into this for a second. We got time. We're good.
Something my mom and dad have preached a long time in my career is no matter what happens at the racetrack, have some fun. Try to find something awesome that's happening to it. And I try really hard to keep that going. Does not happen all the time. There are some weeks that are terrible. But one thing I think the whole PJP crew with Chad and Jimmy, all of our friends and family that come out, you are guaranteed to have a good time. We are going to enjoy the night and probably
we're going to close that track down too.
Yep. So, yeah, thank you, Tim. We try to have fun, and life's too damn short not to. So, Jeff, I don't remember what year it was, but 2017-ish maybe, in the Outlaws when you were there. man, your run in that 100-lap race, I think you got a flat tire halfway through. You passed like 3,000 cars and got back up there. Dude, I was losing my mind in the stands. Yeah, it's never over till that checker flag flies. So that's definitely our mentality. We're realists, but we ain't giving up. That's for sure.
Oh, exactly. So, yeah, back to the points bale.
Yeah.
If you got nothing going on Saturday night, this is hard because we'll talk about this a little bit more. There's a lot of championship nights going on this weekend, but Saturday night, let's just talk about it. Sportsman, Jerry Pearman's up by 21 points to John Trudell. Seems like he's in the mix wherever he goes.
Guy's consistent.
And then he's up 51 to Buddy Head. So that's going to be a good battle because all three of those cars can win on any given moment. I think it's going to come down to qualifying in that feature race, and that's going to be a heck of a race to see. So I'm excited to see who ends up taking that. I hope Jerry takes it just because it's his rookie year in the template. What a way to go, right?
For sure.
Modifieds, Aaron Taylor's up by 6 points to Daniel
Leak. I don't know.
I think I did this last week too, and then Denise and Tina were laughing at me. It's cool. 68 to Jason Parrish, 70 to Dominique Van Wieringen, and then 72 to John McNett, and 79 to Nick Larrabee.
It's a close battle.
Yeah, it's a huge battle. You got 80 points separating the top five there. Anything can happen there. It's kind of like things going on at Kalamazoo. Street Stocks. I don't know this guy, but I love the name. Race Bible. Is this a real name or... I don't know if it's a real name, but either way, Race Bible is up by 20 points to Buddy Head. And then he's got 38 to Jerry Ballard, and then 72 to Norm Overheiser. So another good battle. The Street Stocks, any one of those guys can win it. And then Port Stocks, Ryan Drumhiller is up by 46 to Ryan Osborne, 56 to Tyler Reading, and 84 to Gavin McGuffey. And we've seen Gavin's name a few times in our recaps of winning over there. So anything can happen in the Port Stocks as well. And then we're going to talk about mini wedges over at Springport as well. Gretchen Hopwood up by 51 points to Hunter Pearman, 69 points to Bobby Johnson, and 91 to Abby Myers. I haven't had a chance to watch the mini wedges over there, but I'm sure that's going to be a heck of a battle, and I'm not sure how their points work over there. So it's either going to be really close or Gretchen's already got the championship. So I can't quote on that. But let's talk about these races coming up, man.
Yeah. First off, I want to digress again real quick. Sorry. Yesterday I had to run up to the GM Citgo to get some race fuel, and came back by the Speedway, and there's a show going on at Little Kalamazoo Speedway, which is near and dear to a lot of hearts out there, especially the Ben Ray were friends and family. Help get that thing going. That place was packed, and it was just super good to see, because I know Chad and I have talked about the future of this sport and getting young kids involved in this. Take them over to the Little Kalamazoo Speedway if you get a chance. They advertise, they have their own Facebook page and everything. Get them out there, just get exposure. I know a couple times a year they do like a rent-a-ride type deal where it's not a race. You can just go out there. It's like $20. I don't even know. It might be cheaper than that. And all the safety gear is provided. Put someone in a quarter midget and get them some laps around the track, see if they love it, and just get the next generation going. So that's awesome, man. Props to everybody who put on the show yesterday there. But coming up, big track Kalamazoo Friday. We talked about it a bunch. My season championship night, the Lane 70. Auto Valley 75. Yeah, that's going to be worth the price of admission right there for $15. But you also got weekly races for the template weight models, which have been putting on stellar shows. The Street Stocks, can Ricky LeDuc continue his domination? Because I think he can. And then the Z Stocks, hopefully Jimmy Hammond backs up at number 2. That's pretty awesome. Going to be an even bigger party if that happens. Am I doing all these, Chad? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take over because I need you to click on more and look at the private chat real quick for me,
Okay.
and then I'll go through the rest of them.
You got it.
Springport is championship night, all classes, sportsmen, modifieds, street stocks, port stocks, and mini wedges. Then Berlin has the George Keane Memorial, and Reveal the Hammer is going to be there. So you got the Outlaw Supers, Sportsmen's, and the 4-cylinders. Then Galesburg is season championship at the Berg for all classes, and I've lost Paul. That's great. Oh, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, I hit back too many times on the private chat. So
But Galesburg's got an end of year hog roast party as well, so go check that out if you like some hog. And I'm not talking to women. Hey, there it is. There's.
I can't believe you said it.
I'm just kidding. I hope nobody takes offense. That's what we do. We have fun. That's supposed to be cha-cha-ching. Anywho. Oh, we lost about 50 viewers on that.
I'm shocked.
Anywho, Corgan or Spartan Speedway, as some say, kids bike night. That's their championship night. Outlaw super late miles, modifieds, pure stocks, outlaw front wheel drive, and pony front wheel drives. So, I think we're okay. Sorry, we had a little difficulty there. Oh God! Now my wife. You know how much crap I'm gonna get from Alicia when I get home about that comment.
I said nothing for once. I was quiet.
All right, so we're going to announce the winner. So I'm going to scroll back here.
Hold up, Chad. What are they winning? Do we even go over that?
Go ahead and go over it while I'm looking for the number.
All right. The winner of this giveaway gives away or gets 4 tickets to this Friday's races at Kalamazoo Speedway for general admission. They get 2 steak on a sticks, 2 high side hustler burgers, which steak on a stick is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but if you've never had a high side hustler, my crew chief Tommy B, because we'll keep it semi PG here. He got one. I don't know if it was on accident or what this year. Talked me into getting one. Oh my God, Alicia.
All right, sorry. Oh.
Time on the field. Anyway, all right. The high side hustler burger. Man, I believe it'd be right up Chuck Reeves' alley if he's still watching. It's got like a bourbon sauce, some haystack. Well, not the onions because Chuck will actually die. Some ranch. Great burger. You get 2 of those and then 4 sodas and/or waters. Get out there, support the Speedway. Stop at the souvenir booth because you should have some extra money in there. Buy a souvenir for the kiddos. And then definitely come say hey after the races. We will be there probably until the sun comes up. So it's going to be a good time.
No, because
until the sun comes up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably won't. I'll be there.
Chuck's still watching. That's awesome. No onions, but
he's down. All right, so I'm going to test everyone here. I know who won it. So, who picked number 83? This is the test because you have to be on the show when I announce it to win it. Now, I know who picked it. He knows. But I'm just wondering if this person is watching, because if not, now you're going to make me work and go find who was the next closest. Nick. Nick. Somebody didn't read the rules.
Maybe he's got a bad connection.
No.
I mean, good call. That is
Andy Bozell, but the number we picked was 83. So now I'm going to go through here while we're waiting. If he comments, let me know as I'm searching here.
All right.
Can I not go any further? Are you kidding me or no?
Oh, boy. Yeah, you can't.
Well, all right. So I'm going to make this. Shoot. Well, I didn't think about this, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't either, buddy. Here's my thoughts. we both know Nick. We can get a hold of him.
Yeah, I really wanted people to actually watch the whole show just so they see how much fun we actually have. But I know people have lives too.
And that's what I said from the beginning. When Chad hit me with this idea, I was like, I was thinking this is going to be a 15, 20-minute thing. And he's like, no, we're going to shoot for an hour. Crap. I didn't think I could talk for an hour, but I think we can actually. Done it a lot of weeks in a row now.
No, I'm gonna, and this might rub people the wrong way. I think we're gonna give it to Nick. And it's only because I realize people do have lives, and I'm not gonna make somebody sit and watch for an hour on a Monday night, especially if he has work. So,
yep.
If
Nick Smith.
Everyone, and I'm gonna tell you, this isn't gonna be the last drawing we do. I'll make a little better at doing this. But
it's a learning curve.
It is a learning curve. I figured it was better off than me trying to spin a number and generator and all that crap. So we're gonna go ahead and give this to Nick. He did pick the number. Everyone knows I picked 83 because 51 and 32 is 83, and I'm just like that. So we're gonna get to probably one of my favorite parts of the show. Paul, are you ready for this?
I was born ready, buddy.
Well, that's scary.
Thought it was a longer intro. So this week, I feel like rewatching some of the episodes and my notes on the deal, it kind of took a negative turn on some of the stuff I was pissed off at. So this week, it's simple. We're going into my last week of the year. This week, Paul's final thoughts. It's just thank you. Thank you to everybody who makes this damn thing possible. It has been a hell of a year. We have learned a lot. That the 51 has been, man, that last race was probably the best we've ever run with that thing. So we're there. We just need to get some gremlins in the engine fixed. We're still in contention, and that, talking to Chad the last couple of weeks, was my goal. I've never had a shot at a championship. It was cool to be a few weeks out and say, hey, we may still have a shot at it. And that's why I worked so hard last week to get a shot at it. And we do. Like I said, we need a lot of luck and a lot of fortune to go our way, but it's cool. It's a great group of people we race with, a great group of people that are in the pit area. And what was really awesome this last Friday, we threw that car together in a less than a day to get it race ready. So we had some gremlins to work out, but we weren't alone there. Curdy T pits across from us. He was having some problems. Jimmy, for once, actually, I think went rather problem-free, which was cool. So glad somebody did. But Robert next to us has some issues. There's a lot of issues around us. And every time I looked up from what we were doing, there were our guys and their guys commingling, getting cars back on the track and doing what they do, helping each other. So take that and keep building this sport. There's a lot of negativity floating around right there, like we talked about. But last Friday was a testament to what this sport really is, and it's people helping people and having a damn good time going in left circles. So thanks, everybody that got me to this point this year. I love each and every one of you. Come celebrate with us Friday. We're going to have a good time. I guarantee that. And with that, that's all I got tonight.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, we won't necessarily end on that, but that you said it right. If it wasn't about friends or family that you pick up from the racetrack, some of us wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So it's huge for what everyone does. So with that, I think that's a wrap, buddy. What do you think?
I think so too. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I think we had our most viewers tonight. It was fun interactions. Keep it up. Come see us next Monday, 7 p.m. Same place, same time.
We will actually have a guest.
Oh yeah, we're back to guess.
We're back to guess because the getting to know your host is done now.
Yep. Man, maybe we'll
To be. Don't go ahead.
maybe we'll have some champions on the board. We'll see who wins the outlaw thing, and we'll see if we can get them on. Who knows? Keep tuned.
Yep. TBD, definitely TBD on that. So, my ending here is get your backside, trackside, go support the local tracks.
2 weeks left of regular season racing at Kalamazoo Speedway. That's what most tracks have. Then the fun starts that month of September. A lot of no rules races, a lot of partying at Super Shoe to be had. Go support those tracks. They need you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Love you guys.